Welcome friends, welcome to our channel Learning and Development. Today we are going to learn 10 key learnings from the game of chess. This topic I have taken to correlate the various learnings what we can grasp from the game of the chess. So let us start today's learning. Before getting into the actual learnings, I would like to discuss some benefits of playing chess. In detail, I'll be making detailed videos on each and other aspects of the benefits based on your comments and suggestions. So let us understand what are the benefits of playing chess. Information processing, it improves the information processing capacity of the brain, the interaction between the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. Innovation and creativity, as we all are aware and we talk about the creativity and the out of box thinking ability increases, so there is a scientific reason behind that. So yes, it boosts the innovations and creativity of the brain. Emotional intelligence is also enhanced by playing chess. Concentration and focus is increased, the ability to concentrate and focus for a longer duration of time. Mental health, obviously, your cognitive health when you engage the brain and your mind into various activities. Neuroplasticity, that is nothing but the restructuring of the brain, you can say the rewiring of the brain. This is a very interesting topic that also improves, and overall cognitive development happens. So these are some of the benefits of playing chess. I'll be making videos on one or two topics in detail in near future based on your comments and suggestions. So let us get into the learnings. Learning number one, proactiveness. Learn to be proactive in your life. As in the game of chess also, we need to think ahead and make the strategy for the upcoming moves from the opponent. Be prepared and have a basic understanding of next few activities in advance. At least you need to have a clear understanding of the book moves. So I hope this particular concept is clear. The message here is uh, the activeness will not work. Like, some work comes, some task has come in your hand, and immediately you have acted on that and you're finished. So that is okay. But being a proactive is you should be smart enough to understand that what could be the possibilities. What kind of works can come? Suppose you are attending a meeting, you are aware that next week there is a meeting, board meeting, or there's a review meetings are there. You should be able to understand and have a proactive approach that what kind of things could be discussed, and just be prepared well in advance, so that at the last moment there's no hurry burry, there's no sense of urgency. Similarly, you can correlate this proactiveness from the other aspects of your personal life also. So this is the learning number one. Learning number two, prioritization. Learn to spend your energy and resources for the most important tasks. Prioritize the various dimensions in your life. Spend considerable time on the important events. Engage yourself elsewhere can cost you the game. The player of the chess knows the importance of developing the key pieces. So if you love playing chess and you have been playing chess, you would definitely know the strategy of prioritization. Like, is it I need to develop my pieces, or should I go ahead with the attacking moves? Like, oh, the prioritization is very important key factor in your life. Similarly, the various dimensions of your life, it is your health, your family life, your career, your mental attitude, your social dimensions, your financial health, everything you need to prioritize accordingly and move ahead in the life. So this is the lesson. Learning number two, prioritization. Learning number three, strategy. Learn to have a clear cut plan for achieving your short term as well as long term goals. We know that the plan has to be flexible so that it can accommodate the unforeseen moves from the opponent. Have have your strategies in line to tackle the distractions and come back to the original path. See, basically, in the life also, in our work culture, in your personal life, in your relationships, it happens like that. We have some kind of a goal, we want to achieve certain goal, but generally what happens is there are some other things which come. So you need to have a strategy to, tackle out those things so that you don't get distracted from your ultimate goal, your ultimate objective. That is what also happens in the game of the chess. Based on the opponent's move, you need to slow down, or you need to hold your attack for some time, or you need to stop developing your pieces and start defending some of the important pieces. So this is the learning number 3, strategy. Have a clear cut strategy for your long term as well as for your short term goals. Learning number 4, decision making. My dear friends, please understand, the art of making decision is very important skills for a successful life. In the game of chess, the players have to take their own decisions based on their abilities. From the opening move till the end game, we are responsible for our moves. So learn to take responsibility and make decisions. Start making small decisions and start believing in yourself. As a parents also, we should encourage our kids to make small decisions, because this is one of the very key skill which is very much important in the life. Make decisions and be responsible for your decisions. Learn this art of making decisions. Lesson number 5, this is the learning number 5, make sacrifices. So when you're making sacrifices, what does it mean here? Sometimes the choices are tough in the life as well as in the game of the chess. The chess players weighs the options and even sacrifices the valuable piece to ultimately achieve the final goal. Learn to defer the immediate gratification for higher results. This is very important. You can correlate, the students can correlate with their examination patterns for their studies also. Generally, for example, if you have exams tomorrow or a day after tomorrow in a coming near week, see what happens is, you need not waste your time for gratifying your needs. Like, you need not go to unnecessarily movies, or you spend time in the parties and all. Generally, people stick to have a schedule. So for next 1 week or next 10 days or 1 month, depending on the duration of the exam, the portion of the exam, what you do, you have your clear cut plan, and you make sacrifices of your immediate gratifications. You reduce going to parties, you stop going to movies and all. So learn the habit of making small sacrifices to have a bigger results. So this is the learning number 5. You can correlate in your work culture also, you can correlate with your life. All these learnings can be correlated in any of the dimensions of your life. Please don't run behind immediate gratification. Satisfy your immediate needs. Just postpone the immediate needs for the higher results, which will have a better meaning in your life. Learning number 6, time management. Learn to make important choices while under pressure. Clocks are used in the tournaments to record the time of each move. Each player has a predefined time limit for the game. Too much of analysis is not allowed, as it can consume a lot of time. Managing time is very critical. Here the understanding is, you should allocate certain amount of time for all your tasks. Say for example, you need to do your homework, or you need to make some presentations, or you are in a making of some report, or xyz things. What you have to do is, you allocate a certain time based on your capacity, that next 1 hour I'll finish this work, next 2 days I'll take a decision on that, next 3 days I'll finish this work, by so and so time I'll finish this work, and then accordingly get started the work. So what happens is, your brain is getting a signal, that this is the time durations for which I have to do. Similarly, in the game of chess also, this is what exactly is happening. Too much of analysis is not required. Important decisions have to be taken well in time, and this is the learning number 6, which you can adapt and start learning this particular skill for your self improvement. Lesson number 7, that is learning number 7, develop confidence. Each game has 3 outcomes: possible win, lose, or draw, or in some special cases, still stalemate. For the players, each game is a new game. They learn from their past games and are ready to play the next opponent. Believing in your abilities and improving is the key skill to become successful. So, developing confidence is definitely a very key skill. Whether you are a working employee or a student or in a relationships, the confidence is very important, because once you are confident, you are able to express your views, you are able to express your ideas, you are also able to understand others. So developing confidence is learning number 7 for your self improvement. Learning number 8, overcoming failures. This is very important lesson in the life also. Learn to accept the defeat. Each defeat is an opportunity for improvement and growth. This is a very important line. Please understand once again. Learn to accept the defeat. Each defeat is an opportunity for improvement and growth. Learn to bounce back no matter how tough is the situation. Learn from your previous mistakes and move ahead by working on the areas of improvement to take up the next challenge. Now, here, as the player faces a defeat in the game of chess, what he does is he comes back and work out on the areas like what was the reason, which piece I was not able to tackle, what was the opponent's move. So in the life also, in your work culture also, each failure is actually an opportunity for improvement. So if you change your perspective, if you change your thought processes, and you have your perceptions in a better manner, in a positive aspects, overcoming failure is very very important skill in the life. And you will see that how your resilience power, that is a power to get bounce back from the difficult situations, will increase, and it will take you to the a different level, and it will make you successful in various dimensions in the life. So learn to overcome failures. This is what we can also learn from the game of the chess. Learning number 9: optimistic attitude. Developing a positive outlook is a key skill for achieving the potential growth. The chess player starts the first move with a dream of winning the game. Even if the opponent is a rated player, his focus is on giving his best. This teaches us to dream big and have optimistic attitude. Definitely when you start some task, you don't start with a thought process in the mind that there is a chances of failure. You start, you do. So there's some saying that well begun is half done. You start anything with an optimistic attitude. When the difficulties will come, based on the situation, the outcome could be anything. Just focus on your efforts. Results could be anything. If the results are your failure, learn from your failures. Improvement areas will improve. You will find your improvement areas where you can work it out. If you're able to win, or if you're able to achieve that, well and good, you can set up a next goal. So this is a win-win situation if you keep an optimistic attitude. So learn to be optimistic in your life, in your work culture, in your studies, everywhere. Learning number 10: concentration. This is one of the very important key skill as a human being we should learn, because in today's distraction world, we are finding distractions everywhere. The player has to concentrate on the entire chessboard and continuously evaluating the situation. In doing so, he is using his cognitive abilities. We need to learn the art of concentrating at the task till it is finished. Hence, need to learn the art of overcoming distractions. You would have seen during your studies also, when the students are preparing for exam or studying, or when the employees are trying to work on some project, there's a lot of distractions that come. The distractions could be from outside, the distractions could be from our own thoughts, our own internal process based on our personality traits. So the learning here is, once you improve your cognitive ability for concentrations, you can actually focus for a longer duration of time, and you will see that in a very short span of time you are able to achieve more work. And you will be really very happy to see that the learnings which you are supposed to do, suppose you want to learn a lesson, 4 to 5 hours you are spending. If you are able to increase your concentration span, maybe in 1 hour you can actually learn the learnings of 3 to 4 hours. It helps you in the areas where you need to read, you need to write, you need to do some work. So concentration is one of the very important skill that need to be learned. So this can be learned from the game of the chess. I'll be also making videos related to the cognitive abilities of the brain in the near future, that you can follow and learn more on that. Based on your comments and suggestions, I'll also be making some kind of a learning videos which you will be interested and you will get benefited. So let us just quickly recollect all our learnings, the 10 key learnings from the game of the chess quickly. Number 1: be proactive. Second one: prioritize your work. Develop strategies for your goals. Learn to take decisions independently. Sacrifice immediate gratification. Time is the best asset, manage it. Develop confidence and believe in yourself. Overcome failures and learn from the mistakes. Develop an optimistic attitude. Avoid distractions and concentrate on your work. So this is the top 10 key learnings from the game of the chess. Thank you so much, friends. You can share these learnings with your near and dear ones. You can also share this learning with whom you feel that, and also you can send in the comment area what is the one or two top learnings which are priority in your life, which you are looking forward to improve. You can interact with me in the comment box. Thank you so much. For any suggestions, please reach us at 9949811068. Thank you. Thank you so much. And if you feel that you are interested in continuous learning and development, you can also subscribe to our channel, wherein we are going to put a lot of learnings related to the applied psychology, wherein you can apply the various tools, principles, and techniques of the psychology for your self improvement. Thank you. Thank you so much.